among the nations. And that's why we're on the highways and the byways on YouTube, because it's not just Jake that's watching us, it's other nations. It said, declare ye among the nations and publish. The word publish means to make public. And set up a standard. The standard is the truth. Publish. Make it public. And conceal not. So if you took 15 years off and you wasn't doing nothing, guess what? You concealed the truth. Because you were supposed to be one of the guys to publish and conceal not. Don't hide it. If you say I'm not going to go out for the next 15 years, you putting the truth in the closet somewhere. Mm-hmm. It's hide it in your, what'd you say?
Hide it in a napkin.
Hide it in a napkin. It said Babylon is taken. So we're talking about how this man's going down. We speak about this man downfall like he already went down. It's just a matter of time before it's manifested. Get me 2 Thessalonians. You know what I want. 2 Thessalonians 2, and go right to the point. It says, and conceal not, say Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach. These are all ancient gods that came back to the pagan Babylonians during the time of Nebuchadnezzar and so forth. Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces. Now, when it says her images are broken in pieces, meaning we're taking any of her images and we're breaking them down with the truth. It says 3. It says, for out of the north there cometh up a nation against her. That was the Medo-Persian Empire, but now that's referring to Russia, because this is twofold, all right? It's really talking about now. Which shall make her land desolate. America is going to be desolate, and none shall dwell therein. Now, ancient Babylon, did not people dwell there? The people of Iraq today, that's Babylon. Right. They had a museum, a Babylonian museum, and it was this guy Saddam Hussein that said he's a reincarnation of Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah.
All right. And what did the U.S. do? They destroyed the museum, and that was considered, that was like a war crime, because those are ancient relics.
Yeah.
Okay. But then the actual Babylon is going to be destroyed, because you got these soldiers they'll read out the scriptures and they'll say, "Look, we're destroying Babylon again." But they don't realize that Babylon, the spirit of Babylon, is right here in America. And the North Country is Russia.
That's right.
That's why out there in Russia they use some laser lighting, and they formed a picture image of Barack Obama, and they said happy birthday, and he had a birthday hat on, and he was eating a banana. So that's making mockery of Barack Obama. A taunting proverb, yep.
Against the king of Babylon. Yeah.
Yep. It says, because he is the king now. There's rulers behind him, but he's the face of the society now. For out of the north there come up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, America, and none shall dwell therein. Because they're dwelling in Iraq right now. There's people that came back to that land. After this place is destroyed, ain't nobody going to dwell here no more. It said, they shall depart, both man and beast. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, the children of Israel shall come. Now, back during the ancient Babylonian, during the time of Nebuchadnezzar, the children of Israel were not all together. What you had was 2 kingdoms. And one kingdom was in the Americas, because they were taken over by the Assyrians. All right. So the only kingdom that was left was the southern kingdom, which was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. It says 4. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. That didn't happen back there, because the kingdom of Israel wasn't around. Because they were taken down, I believe it was about 150 to 200 years before the Babylonians took down Judah.
That's right.
So they were long gone. They and the children of Judah together, going and weeping, they shall go and seek the Lord their power. So that's talking about now. Now, a regular scholar that reads the scriptures the way they read it, they're going to say, well, that's talking about ancient Babylon. No, it's not talking about ancient Babylon. It says in the 5th verse, it says, they shall ask the way to Zion. Who's the they? Judah and Israel, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. They shall ask the way of Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to Yahweh in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. So that perpetual covenant is coming together right now. That's why you got all these Israelite groups out there. It says, 6th verse, my people have been lost sheep. Yahweh Shai talked about the lost sheep. Didn't he say, go out ye and gather the lost sheep of the house of Israel? Their shepherds have caused them to go astray, them false leaders. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill, from one religion to another religion, from one philosophy to another philosophy. They have forgotten their resting place. Your resting place is not Ur of the Chaldees.
That's right.
Yeshaya, you warlock. The resting place is not Egypt, or the ancestors is from Egypt, polite, and the rest of you unconscious dudes. It says, they have forgotten their resting place. 7, all that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries say, we offend not, because they have sinned against Yahweh. The habitation of justice, even Yahweh, the hope of their fathers. Our fathers are Israelites. It says, remove, in the 8th verse, remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldees and be as the goats before the flock. Now that Bubbleizer is using that. He probably used that scripture to get most of them niggas out of there, man.
Yeah.
The removing is when the Lord come and gather us, man. And it says, and be as the goats before the flock. We're going to be out there in the woods. We're going to be out there in the wilderness. And we're going to get the world in order. But that's it on that. I mean, you can read down. But that's basically it, man. That's why we're saying what we're saying. The key verse is really the second verse. First and second. Second, it said, declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. Say Babylon is taken.